I've never breastfed a cat. But last week I was actually back in the United States doing some work stuff, and there's a couple things that are interesting about this trip. First and foremost, is anyone from Frankfurt? Congratulations. I don't know what's up with Frankfurt Airport. It's a really strange airport to me because I can speak the Germans enough at least. I speak the Deutsches and all of that fun stuff. Only at Frankfurt Airport. When I go to this fucking airport, I can be talking to airport staff or security or whatever, and I always do it in German, right? I'm a proud American to say I can speak a second fucking language. Rare fucking person, right? And I believe languages are it's the ultimate weapon against ignorance, right? That's how you bridge the gap for cultures and the world and all of that cool mushy shit. But at Frankfurt Airport, this backfires on me for some reason. And again, only at this airport. I'm talking to whoever I need to be talking to in German. And the instant that my passport needs to get checked, and I hand it over and they see that it says United States of America, they switch to English. And now I'm perplexed because I'm like, well, do you want to actually practice your English because you know I'm now a native speaker? Or is actually my German not as good as I think it is and now you have an excuse to actually switch over? So, interesting complex for me. But beyond that, this trip to the States was a little interesting, right? I've now fused together two cultures. I consider myself always an American, but at the same time there's things that are very German that I enjoy and have come to know and love. But when I was back last week in the States, there's some smaller things that I came to really appreciate. For example, in the States, we can pay for everything with a credit card and no one will ever blink twice about it. Any vendor, any street vendor, librarians, homeless guy on the street, he'll take Stripe, it doesn't matter, right? Whatever you're gonna buy, you're gonna whip out a credit card, they're gonna swipe it, and you're gonna carry on with your business. In Germany, I can go to a bakery, and I'll be like, well, I know they're not gonna take cards, so can I pay with this $20 bill? And they're like, no, that's too big for me to break. And I'm like, seriously, what the fuck? Like, why are you making it hard for me to give you the fucking money? Second thing in the United States that I came, and it was the small things, really, just the small things. Free water. Has everyone here visited the United States? Anyone not been to the US at some point? All right, so we don't pay for water in bars and restaurants. So you know, you can bet your ass up in every restaurant I was at, they're like, sir, can I get you a beer? Can I get you a juice or something? I'm like, nope, give me that fucking water. Load that shit up, I'm gonna get hydrated, I'm gonna eat something, and keep bringing it back. I'm gonna drink it while I'm making eye contact with you, and then put it down and ask you to refill it again, because I'm not fucking paying for it. Small things, guys, that I love to love when I go back to the States. It's the small joys, seriously, for me. But on the plus side, this is a true story. I can't make this shit up. I'm gonna tell you a story. I'm actually gonna tell you guys a story about love, right? Gets interesting, because I discovered something in the United States this last week. Haven't told any of my friends here yet. Been keeping it a big secret because I've been really wanting to announce this, and I figured this comedy show would be the perfect time to announce this to my Germany crowd, right? So last week in the United States, I decided I was going to get married.
What?
One guy clapped. It wasn't even a full clap. It was like on the leg. It was like confused.
My hand's full. Sorry.
The girl doesn't know this. I'm not even her boyfriend actually, but I'm still planning to marry her. So let me tell you this, right? It goes like this. True story. So I've got a bad habit of just falling in love with everyone, right? I fall in love all the fucking time. It's a terrible habit. I don't remind it. I'm like, oh, she's pretty, somewhat intelligent. What's your ring size, right? Falling in love all the time, doing all this bullshit. But I'm getting older, right? Like I'm 34. I don't want to die alone, and I realize this. I probably will because I'm an asshole. But beside that, falling in love all the time. Don't recommend it. So I've got an older sister who lives in New York. Worst older sister ever. I've never hooked up with one of her friends because she doesn't provide any bounty for me. It's just, oh, here's all old friends that are all married. And I'm like, that does nothing for me, sister. Nothing. So a year ago, I was in New York. My sister goes, hey, I've got this friend. She's hot. She's around your age and she's single. And I'm like, sold. I'm going to be in New York We're gonna do this. I'm gonna fall in love. I'm gonna marry her. She doesn't know yet. She's gonna love me. I'm gonna marry her. It's gonna be great. So I go to New York. This is in 2017. This is a year ago, right? To protect her privacy, I'm gonna call her Jill. You see how German I become, right? I'm giving live permissions for privacy. I'm giving live Datenschutzerklärung while I'm actually speaking in common. So I'm gonna call her Jill, right? So I meet Jill, 2017. Jill's from Australia. She's smart. She's well educated. Angel, right? She's speaking. I don't understand because it's just choruses coming out and there's like light from the sun coming down on her. It's perfect. I already know what's going on. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna marry Jill. I didn't marry her last year, but this time around, coming on the trip, I was coming back and I was telling my sister, I was like, hey, this year, I'm gonna marry fucking Jill, right? It's gonna be awesome. She doesn't know what's gonna happen, but she's gonna love it, trust me. And she's like, Jill's got a boyfriend now. Fuck, what am I supposed to do, right? So I show up to New York last week, and this is actually a Friday night. I'm at my sister's place. We're having a little housewarming at her place as well. Jill and her boyfriend are planning to come over. So, I'm getting ready to meet this boyfriend, and I'm mad as shit in my mind, right? I'm like, this boyfriend is gonna be bullshit. What I have to do tonight is prove to Jill that she's missing out on life and she's gotta get with this right here over in Leipzig, because we know how it gets down over here, right? So this is what I do. Jill and her boyfriend walk in. Again, to protect the privacy, I'm gonna call Jill's boyfriend Robert. So Robert is from India, right? So Robert walks in, and I'm like, all right, it's time to do the tough guy thing, right? I'm gonna walk up to him and show him that, you know, I'm manlier than him. So I do this thing. I do, you know, like this, right? Gotta make this up. A lesson for everyone in here, guys. Guys, if you're going up to this, that means we're going up to try and prove something to another guy, right? The chest is awkwardly coming out like this. Ladies, if your man is going up and doing this shit before he goes to talk to someone, that means he's trying to fuck that person, right? Like he's got ideas in his head. So anyways, I go up to Rob, and I'm like, he's taller than me, right? Like so I feel like a child already speaking to him. I'm like, sup? This guy gives me the warmest response ever. He's no shit. He's all like, oh my God, Sean. He's like, I've heard just great things about you. I'm so happy to finally meet you in person. And I'm just like, well, now how am I going to be a dick to that? Like, what do I do now? Like, I'm already losing steam, right? So I'm just like, well, I know what I got to do, right? I got to go sit on that table and make it look like I'm really cool and relaxed, right? So, you know, I'm doing like the masculine testosterone like dick strut, like I'm walking over there like, what's up, Rob? Like, throwing around my proverbial cock in his face, just not working because the guy's just the sweetest dude in the world. And he keeps talking to me, and I started to notice that I'm actually starting to really like this guy. I'm like, fuck, this guy's really nice. I can see why Jill is with Rob. So I'm talking to him a bit more. I'm like, I know where I'm gonna get him at. Let's ask what he actually does for work, because I definitely do something cooler for work. I'm somewhere international, like I'd work in marketing, I do all this stuff. There's no way he's gonna beat me on this. I'm about to feel really good about myself. So I go, Rob, what do you do for work? And he goes, I work for the United Nations as a consultant. Damn it. All right, like it's time to tuck in my tail. And at the end of the night, I'm talking to my sister, I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I could do this. Like, I really fucking like this guy right now. And actually, I'm trying to think about actually fucking Rob right now, which is just weird. I mean, it would be the perfect thing, right? Like in Germany, I'm already vegan, I'm international, I work at startups. If I became gay, I could finally move to Berlin.